Hey guys, I'm G, and in today's video, I'll be telling and showing you guys a story of how I became rich and famous overnight. But before we get into the story, make sure that you guys like and subscribe. Alright then, hope you enjoy. So I was going to school with a car, and I asked the driver to drop me in a short distance before my school. I liked walking because my brain functioned better. So I pulled up my earphones and started listening to my favorite songs. While I'm walking to school, let me tell you a little about myself. Hey, my name is G, and I'm just an ordinary dude in school. I love music and singing too. When I sing, I feel like I'm the only one in this world. Yep, it makes me feel really good about myself. And the last thing is, I love making people happy. And that's me. Oh, and I just arrived in school. I hate school. It's so hard and unfair. In school, I bumped into one of my friends, Andy. Gee, my man, how's it going? I'm good. How are you? Oh, and I forgot to mention that Andy was the best DJ ever. He would create the best beats and make the best songs. He didn't know that I was good in singing though. Nobody did. Hey G, would you like to come over to my house after school? Kate will be there. Sure, why not? Have you ever heard of the new girl? Nah, why? Bro, she's smart and really hot. Then why don't you go get her? Nah, I don't think she's my type. Okay, if you say so. Let's go to class before we get into trouble again. Andy and I walked into class, sharing a lot of jokes. When we arrived in class, the new girl that Andy and I were talking about sat next to me. Hi, my name is Jane. What's yours? Hey, my name is G. Nice meeting you, Jane. Nice meeting you too. Would you like us to be friends? I struggle making female friends. I just feel more comfortable with male friends. Sure, I just need to introduce you to my other friends. But there's a girl in our group, if that's okay. Thank you. Jane and I talked for the whole period and found out that we had a lot in common. So, when class was over, I introduced Jane to two of my friends, Andy and Kate. They said that it was okay for her to hang out with us. Andy invited Jane over to his house and she agreed. We liked Jane because she was so funny, kind-hearted and happy and smart. After school, we called our parents and we told them that we were staying in Andy's house for the day. In Andy's house, we ate and played games and we had a lot of fun. Guys, I made a new beat. Let's hear it. We listened to Andy's song and loved it, but we all felt like there's something missing. We've kept it inside and never actually said anything about that. Anyways, we kept on having fun and enjoyed ourselves until it was time to leave. We left late at night and Andy's mom dropped us at our homes. When I arrived home, I found my parents and my younger sister watching TV, so I joined in. As you guys can see, I live in a small house and my friends live in bigger houses. That's because my family and I aren't financially okay, but we're a really happy family. When we finished watching the movie, we went to go sleep. The next day, I found Jane crying. What's wrong, Jane? My father, he got kicked out of work and my mother just died a few weeks ago. And my father can only afford putting food on our table. We can't give mom a good funeral because we don't have enough money. And soon we'll get kicked off our apartment because dad doesn't have enough money to pay rent. Oh gee, why is life so terrible? I'm so sorry to hear that. I wish I could help, but I'm also not performing financially well too. But we could make money in some way though. I think that's a great idea, but how? I don't know, Jane. I honestly don't know. I spent the rest of the day thinking of how to make money, and I couldn't even think of one way. Until I heard Jane singing. She sang just like an angel. I was watching her and then I suddenly slipped. I stood up and said, "Jane, your voice is so wonderful."
Thank you. Singing just makes me escape this cruel world.
I have to show you something. I sang too, and then it hit me.
Your voice is so nice.
What if we work together by singing and we could make money and fix our financial problems?
I think that's a great idea. I wrote a song. Let's start practicing.
We sang and sang. We totally forgot that we were in school. Andy surprisingly walked in and he heard our song. He took out his phone and recorded it secretly, and we didn't even know about that. He started making beats with our song and it was a large hit. Then Kate took the USB and she secretly added special effects and posted it online. The next day in school, everyone was looking at us.
Why everyone looking at us so much today?
I don't know. Has anyone seen my USB? It has something important in it.
Guys, I think I have an answer to both your questions. But first, please don't be mad.
She told us everything, but it was still hard to believe. After school, Jane and her father got kicked out of their apartment, so they stayed with us. When we were looking at the news, we found the song that we made on TV, and people looked at our house and asked Jane and I to work for them by singing, and the rest of our friends to join. We were filled with excitement. The next day, we were all millionaires, just like that, and lived in big fancy houses and made the best songs ever. Oh, so that's how I became rich and famous overnight, by singing. So it turns out that I went from zero to a hero by singing, and you could do the same too. So our message for today is never bury your talents. Never bury your talents, because they could make you better than who you are right now. So guys, if you have a wonderful talent, share it with the world and you might be a millionaire, just like how Jane and I did. Guys, I'd like to end this video with a large thank you. Thank you so much for watching this video to the end, for taking your time and watching, and I thank you so much for subscribing. And if you didn't, please do, so that our bottle could fill up. Please tell me how you thought of my video down below, and don't forget to drop a like. Thank you guys. Peace.